Today I'm gonna show you 5 useful tips for farming in Hytale. When it comes to farming, you have normal crops and you have those crops, eternal ones. Basically normal pumpkin seed bag, for example, once collected will just drop pumpkin and life essence. But eternal one will basically be eternal. Each time you harvest it, it will just gonna regrow. And you can easily spot eternal seeds by those green particles coming up from, the seeds. Where the normal seeds when placed, don't have any particles. And those guys, as you can see, they emit those green cute particles. And you have few options on how to get the eternal seeds. So you can basically, as you can see, craft them with Essence of Life, the crop of your choice, and seed bag. Or an option that is a bit more RNG, and that is when you are breaking crops in the wild, you have a chance to obtain an eternal seed bag. Next, I'm gonna show you how to obtain the salt blocks. And obviously salt blocks are required to craft salt. And salt is used to craft recipes that, are a bit higher tier than, just basic uncommon stuff. Or in this example, meat pie that I use a lot. So what is the easiest way to get them? Fishing traps. Yeah, craft a lot of those bad boys, and they don't cost a lot, as you can see, some wood, essence of life, plant fiber and iron ingot. And regarding those fishing traps, you can create your own pond, or just be lazy as I am, and as you can see, place them in the river nearby. And basically how do they work? They passively gather items. I would advise each morning to go and pick them up, because, they offer a lot of items. So for example, let's pick them up. As you can see, swift coral shell, this, that, 2 salt blocks, coral seashells, more salt blocks, more useless loot, more salt blocks, and a water lily. But yeah, with this way you can get a steady income of salt blocks, and eventually you are gonna have so much salt blocks that you are gonna regret doing this. But once you get the salt blocks, my recommendation would be not to turn them into salt right away, only when you need them. Why? Because 1 salt block converts into 5 salt. And as you can see, eventually it stacks up, and they only stack up to 25 salt. Next tip is gonna be how to get a lot of milk. Or at least a decent amount until the farming update comes. As you can see, I have multiple buckets in my inventory, and you go to 1 cow and you just milk it for all the buckets. And eventually cows will drop poop too. And as you can see, you can milk cow multiple times, which basically gave me 7 milk buckets. It's a pretty straightforward tip, but maybe some people think that you can only get 1 milk bucket per cow. Which, as you can see, I just proved you wrong. And you will need milk to create cheese, which is used in Caesar salad, which is like tier 3 food. And don't skip on Caesar salad, because it instantly restores 15% HP, it gives health regen 3 and stamina boost 3, which comes really handy when you are exploring and doing fighting a lot. Next tip is gonna cover how to get a lot of poop. Yeah, poop. And you may be wondering, why do you need exactly poop? And I'm gonna show you why do you need it, but first we need to sleep. Because weather outside is frightful and not delightful. And trust me, you can't milk eldritch horrors that spawn at night. I tried. So as you've seen, you can get poop from milking the cows, which makes no sense, but as you can see, we forgot some poop over here. And you can throw poop with right click, but that would be, a waste of poop. And the second way to get poop is basically to shear the sheep, but as you can see, you can't shear little ones. And it looks like I murdered all the sheep in my area, because all I am finding is just, baby animals, which you really can't do much. Ah, we spotted our target in the distance. And it's not this skeleton, he is not our target. Stop running, I need to show people how to get poop. Okay, there we go. You get wool, and you should get poop, but this guy refuses. Ah, another target spotted in the distance. Come here, let me shear you. And she didn't drop... Oh, okay, hello. There we go. As you can see, you can get poops from shearing the sheep too, which makes no sense. I get you scare them shitless, so that's how you get poop. But between those two ways, I think the cows are more profitable when it comes to getting poop. Oh, and look at this. Our first tip came to fruition. Wheat seed bag eternal. I basically got it by collecting all the wheat in the area, while searching for the sheep. And this guy, bye-bye. So now that you obtained few bits of poop, what does the poop do? It for sure is not for eating, but it is for boosting crop growth by creating fertilizer bag. And for this example I don't have enough poop, but there is one interesting thing that I'm gonna show you. You see what I'm holding in my hand? Yeah, it's a water bucket. Tell me if you can spot the difference in description of fertilizer bag and, watering can. Something, just a little bit. So fertilizer bag makes crops grow 2 times faster, but watering can makes crops grow 2.5 times faster. And for the fertilizer bag, you need to do way more work because you need vegetables, essence of life, poop. And for watering can, you just need 3 bits of iron ingot. And it has infinite use, so you can use it as much as you want. And to refill it, you just need 1 water source block. So yeah, hopefully fertilizer bag will be made easier to craft in future or will be made stronger, because at the current moment it doesn't make any sense. And for the last tip, I'm gonna show you how to catch animals. All you need is this. Yeah, this little box. Or, by its true name, capture crate. And you may be wondering, oh, but how do I capture? Can I capture this fox? Well, obviously you can, because it's not a small animal. Oh, can I capture this rabbit over here? Well, if you can catch him, but again, he's not a small animal either. So who the hell are those crates actually used for? Well, my young Padawan, let me show you. And be sure that it's not for those unfortunate skeletons that, just go in my way. I mean, you can actually capture this frog, if you can catch it. Oh, never mind. Apparently that's a big animal. But you can use crate on those small little sheepies that are, unaware that they are gonna get captured and taken away. Come here. In other words, crates are used to kidnap small animals. Perfectly fine thing to say. And then once you kidnap them, you can just release them in your house or wherever you want. And eventually they are gonna grow up, and then you will be able to shear them, as you can see. And they are having fun running around. Hopefully they don't figure out how to open the doors. Hello chicken, prepare to get kidnapped. And I seen a small cow somewhere around here, and it would be a shame to not kidnap it. Ah, here it is. Hello cow. Oh, there is 2 of you small cows, and you look derpy as hell. But yeah, I crafted 2 crates for the example, but you can craft how many crates you want and kidnap how many animals you want. I mean, after all, that's probably the closest I will get to getting a close friend. And then again, you go home and just drop them in, and eventually they are gonna grow up and you can milk this cow for easier milk access and poop access, as well as shear those sheep for, easier wool access and, again, poop access. Oh, and one more bonus tip, so you can craft a chicken coop, and, you can place them and place chickens inside of it, and it will produce the eggs. But why am I looking at this fox? Exactly, because this guy and those wolves over there will kill your chickens, so be sure to protect them and, fence them in. And make fences too wide, because those guys can jump over one wide fence. Or not wide, but tall. Oh, and look at this small guy hiding. Hello! In crate you go. But yeah, just for the example purposes, we're gonna place it here, and as you can see, you will be able to interact with it. Eventually, when it gets chickens, you are gonna get eggs. But yeah, those were the few tips around farming in Hytale. I hope you learned something new and found them useful, and if you did, you know what to do. Leave a like, share, subscribe, and do what you do best. Stay awesome. Bye! Actually, don't go. No, I want to see you in the video. No. Anyways, yeah, now that I got your attention, if you want to see more content on this kind of stuff, basically Hytale for now, check out the other videos that I made, which are your first night in Hytale, your first 7 days in Hytale, and your first 30 days in Hytale. Oh, and this is where the chicken ended up from the video. Ah, I see. But yeah, those videos are basically all the tips that I can give you, which were basically tips with, with knowledge. Nah, I'm just joking. It's basically a fun videos on what to do in your first, 30 days. Because after all, we are all new to this game, and the best way to share knowledge is to, well, basically share it. So yeah, this is now the true ending of the video. Anyways, thank you again for hearing me out, and I don't know. Again, if you like those kind of videos, chiller, bit more calming videos than what the rest of YouTube provides, You know what to do and where the subscribe button is. And you know, the bell button possibly would be nice, if you enjoy this kind of content again. But anyways, yeah, thank you once again and bye.